Hello, everyone. This is Crisis 169 coming to you live. My name is Mark, by the way. Call me Crisis 169. I am watching a video covered by the Act Man. The problem with Battlefield 2042. Okay, and this stuff bothers me. Okay, this stuff bothers me a lot. And I'm gonna have a little discussion about this. And I want people to hear it and listen up. I don't give a damn if you want to hear it or not. You're going to hear it anyway. The beta we played was a 2 month old beta. Okay, I understand the game betas are not perfect. Okay, I played Battlefield 4 beta, played Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 5. All of those games were DOA because of the issues the Act Man is saying that is now with Battlefield 2042. Where is all your fanboys and Act Man, all your research there at? Where's all you guys research at when you guys have a game that's back came out on the PS3, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, I mean, that I paid $9 to move over to the PS4 digital copy, play the disc on it, and play it. It took almost another year to get the damn game to run good. At my point in time, the fan base has already died off and moved on. Okay, where's all of these people at then? You know, they criticize Battlefield 2042 every second of the day because it's not perfection. Okay, I'm still having thoughts about Halo Infinite being what it was, back in July, and still wondering if it's going to be changed at all. How they all multiplayer. I'm more worried about the multiplayer than anything else. Than campaign. Campaign's campaign. Okay, that bothers me. Okay, and yes, I'm gonna get on Game Pass. So I'm gonna put it on my 4 terabyte hard drive. So I ain't gonna worry about it. My 4 terabyte HG hard drive. So I ain't gonna worry about that. Got Game Pass Ultimate, but I still want to play those games. Okay, but what bothers me is once again we're playing this game of let's go shit on Battlefield 2042. It's a 2 month old build. Okay, yes, I played it on PC. I didn't play it on the console peasant thing. Even though I was debating to play it on my One X to see how it worked on consoles. But you know what? I'm gonna get it on PC because that's what I'm gonna play it on anyway. I have a 2060, about 10% overclocked. I have enough RAM. The requirements of the game is pretty beefy. Even the console version are gonna be dumbed down. Even the X series as the PS5 version are gonna be dumbed down to work on it. So we all know that's gonna happen. But once again, these fanboys and gamers. I'm not calling Actman a fanboy. He seems to be pretty much a well endowed individual. He doesn't loyalty to anything really. He wants a classic game, and I understand his pain. Actman, I played the beta too. I played about maybe 45 minutes of each one of them. It's about a less than an hour. Now I didn't see a tornado. I once tornado. Yeah, I saw people parachuting around. Now tornado came by. If it came by, it'd been cool. Parachuting, it. But that's how it goes. People want simplistically sometimes. Sometimes who want to go parachute into a tornado? I wouldn't do it in real life, but who wants to go fly around? No, I'll be shooting at them because that's how kind of guy I am. Be shooting at them, trying to get some, kills or whatever points. But that's me. And probably shooting and have plane flying by when you're doing it. We play one map, Audible, Orbital or Orbital. That was actually a medium-sized map. I would hope that Battlefield 2042 will have like a ground war team deathmatch, like on Call of Duty, make it like it's 32 players, 64 players on a map, because 128 can fit on PC. You know, 64, 64, one, whatever, 32, I do believe it is. Um, so that is a lot of people, or 28, whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is, folks, guys, the game is going to be epic. Okay, and when I play games, I played the Destiny beta. That was the same thing as a game that was launched, and that was garbage. I played, Titanfall 2 beta. That was really good. The Reapers were way overpowered in that one, but they fixed it. Respawn, who's now owned by EA, um, they fixed it. Of course, the game came down between Battlefield 1, a piece of garbage in my mind, and Call of Duty Ghosts, that was another piece of garbage in my mind. And it filtered off and got lost in obscurity. Battlefield 1, 4, and 5 were DOA on release. And apparently the Actman and the rest of these fanboys, the marching with the arms fanboy, Battlefield old school fanboys, don't want to remember that. He did touch on some of the issues. Yes, but the customization, you have to press T on my keyboard to bring up the instant, changing out the ammo, magazines to high powered, long range, like that, and the multiple scopes attachments you get on there. That is awesome to me because it makes you because if you don't have that, you have to get killed or kill yourself and go back into deployment, pre-deployment area, change all this crap, then go out. Well, how happy if you go from a open area to a enclosed area? Sniper rifle, I ain't gonna do too well for you. If you got a rifle that you can change magazines and scopes on the fly, you could take the scope off, put on a little laser dot, take out the high powered long range ammo, but put in, normal, magazine of ammo, and maybe have maybe a silencer or maybe non-silencer or whatever, or shorten the barrel or whatever. That right there, folks, what I think it should be. And these fanboys on Steam and on these people whining about how it should be back, Battlefield 3 or Battlefield Can't Come 2. Those games are old and dead. You want to play those games? Buy a PC, download and play it. Play it on Game Pass, EA Play. Battlefield 3. I played Battlefield 3 online. The controls are hard to do. You couldn't really get any help from anybody, and you're running around. Now, the campaign was okay. It wasn't as great as Call of Duty 4 or World at War or even Black Ops 1 and 2, but it was, it was good. So if you haven't played it yet, if you haven't played it yet, I would highly recommend go playing the campaign. Battlefield 3. And even 4 too as well is good. But what I'm saying is though, I played Halo Master Chief Collection. Oh my god. That was a buggy ass mess. It didn't work for almost 100 days. Okay. So we had a bad build. Okay. A build went in that was not 100%. You know what? Come next month, because I haven't pre-ordered it yet. If I hear news that the game is, there's not much news or whatever on it, then I won't pre-order it. I'll just buy it when it comes out or wait. But I thought about pre-ordering it because I want to pre-order, get some extra skins or whatever that. Because I usually buy, it used to be $60 now, not $90 now. Deluxe edition. I got the deluxe edition for PS4 of Titanfall 2 Deluxe. I had the Ultimate Edition for the Xbox One that came out. The one that I bought maybe about 2 years ago, cost $5 upgrade. I bought that one. Got like tons of stuff with it. I know statues though. Didn't really care about it. But with this system we have in problem with people listen, I'm not making excuses for EA and why they have crappy people in the quality control. They should hire myself and Actman and a few other YouTubers to actually, play the games and find bugs via email or actually being in the studio or in the area. That'd be kind of a cool job to have, actually. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it and lose my mind over it. If it comes out broken and buggy, well, broken and buggy. That's just the way it is, folks. But EA is no longer going after the fanboys that slam their faces against the keyboards, to protect their piece of plastic or piece of silicon or liquid or whatever you call it, the game disc are made out, because I play it on PC, so I don't have a disc drive. Um, Coding, um, to defend it to the dying breath. I don't have that loyalty. Okay, but what I have is this. It works, I'll buy it. Doesn't work, I'll buy it. I bought Halo Master Chief Collection, knew it was a buggy mess. Now I got an Xbox One, no Connect. I'll tell you a little story here. No, my friend bought their Xbox One with Connect. 9 months later, boom, they released a new one. They were mad. I went and bought the one without Connect. Once I got a One X, I gave the old one to my father. He played the hell out of it. Racing game he played. He loved it, so he had no problem with it. So it still got use. And after I got done with it, it still got used for like another 2.5, 3 years, maybe 4 years. So it's still being used. Not much now, since we both got gaming PCs now. But being said though, I bought Rise and Dead Rising 3 and Titanfall and waited for that game to come out, Master Chief Collection, because I wanted to see. Um, but I wanted to see what was going on with that, and I think if people actually pay attention to what they were doing and actually really, really think about what they were doing, instead of running around trying to become the fanboy police and telling us how they want Battlefield back to Bad Company 2 standards, where only the old fanboys will play it and nobody new. See, that's what they want. See, EA is trying to go after the 80%, the casual gamer. It even says on Steam the game is under a casual tag because they're trying to get casual people to play the stupid thing. See, they're not making money anymore off the fanboys. The fanboys are just will buy anything that EA, Activision, 343, will sell. I always made the joke that Bill Gates can go to a GameStop, go in the back room, take a dump in a box, make Xbox on it, and sell it, and fanboy to follow that, the box of doo doo. Because this is what these people do. Fanboys do. They don't have the common sense to understand. But I think people like Ackman, who are constantly saying, well, we need to be this, that, and the other. Listen, I like like I said, the customization of the weapons. It's very futuristic. It looks futuristic. It looks new. To go back in the pre-deployment era, go on there and change everything one at a time, and to me, it seems old and outdated. It's something time for new, refreshing. Yes, the game mechanics were crap. Yes, I was playing a game where I was in a gunner and I saw people sitting outside the gunner with a chopper and we're flying around. Okay, fine. It's a beta. I expected bugs because what betas are. They're buggy. I understand that, and that what I think what a lot of people don't get, that the build was 2 months old, and maybe they wanted to test it out and see how it worked under the stress conditions. I really hope, and I'm with Ackman on this one. I really hope that game was just a haha teaser beta they wanted to throw out there so people can get hype, get anger about it, and run around and do stuff. It could have been. No, it could have been a hype ploy, or it could have been a ploy to self torpedo their own game. I don't know why they would, but it could have been maybe a ploy to bring out the fanboy in the woodwork and get people talking. And it did, obviously, for a lot of wrong reasons. The fanboys want all this crap back to where it was, Battlefield 2 and 3, where myself, who played Battlefield 2, 3, played Battlefield 4 and 5, and even 1, sadly. don't really care. We don't want the Call of Duty Battlefield Edition. We don't want the same game and a new name pumped out every year. That's why you get tired of playing that. And you've seen what happens to Call of Duty when they try to change anything. The fanboys lose their minds. Morph in the fanboy Rangers, call their fanboy Zord to come burn down, to start to burn down Activision's houses because they mess with a precious little Call of Duty. And I think that's where the biggest problem is. And the Halo community is worse, and also, but this time around, the Battlefield community is acting worse than both of them, and the Activision crowd, fanboys, Call of Duty fanboys, are taking their new gameplay with some great strides. But I think Call of Duty's pretty much dead right now. To be determined how dead it is. But some people say it's just the nail's gonna get hit in the coffin when it hits, in November or whatever. And Halo will probably impress people enough to last another few years. But I think Battlefield 2042 needed to be this way. Needed to come out different, not the same game on a new name, because the fanboys are not going to spend every nickel, because the fanboys just buy the game, or they'll spend $100 to buy something. Casual players will just buy the game, base price game, go home, play it for hopefully a few weeks, maybe months, maybe a year, if nobody's case scenario, and they're done with it. They get their fill, they're done, they're abbreviated, and they go on to something else. But I think a lot of casuals, how Call of Duty was. The Call of Duty fan base was only fanboys for the longest time. Until Call of Duty started changing out a lot of their things and went more theatrical. More with the motion picture type of thing, with the movie-like quality gameplay, and cutscenes are almost like movies. And literally, you take Call of Duty cutscenes from a whole game, put them together, it'd be almost like a small movie practically. And from from Black Ops 1 and 2 especially. And but Call of Duty lost her way. Activision allowed them to go off in what the hell ever Boulevard down that road, and they're finally coming back out, and the vehicle they're driving are all tore up and spray painted and broken glass, and has farm, had like a farm fence on it, like on the Simpsons, farm fencing, and the chickens flying off the roof or whatever. And they went down and got lost and came back totally different than what they were. And I think if Battlefield doesn't do this, change this to what it looks like in the beta, but make the beta better, it's fine. Battlefield 5 was visually great, but the game had bugs, terrible bugs, so bad that the player count went dead. Same as Call of Duty. Same as Battlefield 4. Same as Battlefield 5. And Battlefield 1. And yet the fanboys are all just sitting there saying they want the same game and a new name. But they don't understand by doing that makes them look stupid. Especially the fact that the game was broken day one. And the betas came out with those games too, broken too as well. So how can an Act-Man think? Or any other fanboy? I'm not calling Act-Man a fanboy, but I'm separating him from this. I'm calling him by name, separating Act-Man from the fanboys. And how the fanboys think that this game is going to be any different. If you played Battlefield 1 and 4 and 5 beta and realized they were broken too. And how are you going to think it's going to change? Call of Duty betas were interesting. But they're the same game on a new name. Same engine, same thing, changing color, change the scenery, and there you go. Run around and shoot people. That's it. Battlefield 2042 is a little more complex. You got a freaking tornado in the middle of an orbital base, for crying out loud. And it's funny because people are like, oh my god, tornado is distracting. It's supposed to be distracting. Heck, and I was shooting my gun Because I saw one person online. It wasn't me personally, but I saw um, somebody running across the tornado. Tornado was coming around in circles there. He was shooting his bullets, and the bullets were turning. Now it could be glitched a little bit, but I think they're turning because the tornado was pulling them towards tornado, and that's a pretty cool effect. I mean, I must say that's pretty realistic. My 2060 was screaming. I had to lower it down to medium setting just to get it to lower down the percentage because those are 100%, both of them 100% VRAM and the GPU. And memory was 100%. VRAM was, so I had to turn it down to medium high, uh, just to get to calm down because it was running. My tempered glass was getting warm, so obviously it was pushing some heat out. So and I had my light off playing it because it's warm, and it was getting warm in this room. So the game is going to be demanding, okay? But I will pre-order it. I'm still waiting. I'll get probably another week or two before I lay some money down on it. But I want to see anyone new. I'm reading about it, trying to figure it out. Because like Act-Man, I'm going to play it by ear. But I am going to buy the game, obviously. I like what I saw. What I was, what showed me was the beta that was 2 months old. They had a lot of bugs, and shame on that EA for releasing that to the masses. But I understand they wanted to stress test the system, and they'll probably already fix the bugs or knew the bugs were there, or probably were going to fix them after the beta was done. I give EA the benefit of the doubt in this one. If it comes out a little glitchy, EA, what do you have to say, right? You just write it off as EA being EA. If it's Master Chief Collection cluster, where the game doesn't work at all, you can't get into a game, you're playing Halo 2 like I was, you pause the game and repause it, and your black screen, you fire your machine gun, you hear your machine gun, you can't see anything. That kind of glitches, then we have a serious problem. It took 343 100 days, 3 months to fix that colossal mess. And even then, they're still patching and updating it. I had an update on Halo 2, or Halo 2, said your Xbox needs an update, Master Collection needs an update. Right in the middle of the gameplay, and erased my gameplay from that point. So I had to start back at the beginning of the mission I was on. So I understand that kind of happened. Master Chief Collection needs an update. Can you do like Windows does it? I can cook you. Let me get to a save point. I'll save the game, or I'll get somewhere. I'll close the. I will log out of the game. Click on the little button, update, and update the stupid game. But because the update came out, rolled out in California, out west, and it rolled out slowly to everybody else. Because it's like a wave. It goes slowly. Now I live in Central. I live in the Eastern time. I live in Central time, so I'm right in the middle. So it slowly goes out, hits me, then keeps going until it gets to the Eastern time, then goes wherever it goes after that. So usually how it goes with Xbox games, updates go this way from Washington, California on over. And it could take probably a couple hours or even a day to hit everybody. Because your Xbox will be on different times and everybody's not on at the same time. Or at home, push your Xbox on, play games so you can get it updated. No. This is why I like the updated automatically on the Xbox. A lot of my games, even my controller, I'll plug my controller in to my Xbox once a month, plug it in there, when I'm sleeping, charge the controller up, but also any updates, the controller would one time would flash a little bit. It means it's probably updating. So or checking for updates, and it's fine. Doesn't bother me. Heck, my Windows 10 Pro had the same thing. Where it's in standby mode, sleep mode, it'll actually update itself, but it'll ask me to finalize it. So there's always going to be problems, guys, with everything we get. Okay, I'm not making excuses for Battlefield. I'm not hoping they fix it 100 days later either. I'm hoping it's ready to go. If there's some issues, texture issues, not game breaking crack. I had two crashes on the PC version. If it's not game breaking crashing, I'm down with it. Okay, fine. But if it is chopper like bad, like a Battlefield 4 bad, when my chopper was crashing and it literally locked up and crashed the game, if that happens more than once or happens at all, I'm gonna be demanding a refund from Steam or Oracle or whoever the hell it is, EA Origin or what do you want to call it, because that's wrong to me. Okay, it's wrong to me, wrong to a lot of people who played the game. The beta was good. Okay, my official view of the beta, from a 0 bad to a 10 being awesome, it's around a 7. It would be a 6.5 to 7. I only had some minor glitches, like I said. I only had the minor glitches I had. Nothing really major though. Game breaking to me. Game breaking to me. But I had some glitches nonetheless. That were there. Um, I think if people actually really played the game as they should, and not fly around a tornado like they were doing in YouTube games I was watching, you know. But whatever. You have 128 people flying around a map, a tornado. Who cares? Just when to play some, I don't play some boss and more the feeling. Put it on your headset and let that thing blast and fly around. And when the tornado stops, you can start shooting each other again. That's what I wanted to see was how the game ran. And ran pretty well for me. Now, granted, I have 2060, so my rig is different than a PS5 or an Xbox X Series. But again, you have to understand that. My system is different than most people's. Some people at 3090s having issues with it. So if that's the case, guys, it's not just because the console's crap, because the game was having issues. People had 3090s, 3080 Ti, 3070 Ti, 3060 Ti, 3060s having issues with the game running. And if that's the case, then that kind of makes it understandable that it was a game. And I think the Act Man, a lot of the fanboys need to just back up, take a deep breath in, hold it, and release it out and let it go. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But don't hope for a game to go back 10 years in the past so you'll feel some damn nostalgia over it. Because nostalgia doesn't work anymore, folks. Now, I listen to 80s music all the time, but it doesn't mean I want to go back to the 80s. Even though it's a fun time for me, I still had a lot of bumps in the road back then. So I don't want to relive that again. So to me, it's just how I feel with it, guys. It's how I feel with it. And I believe that, well, we're all individuals here. We're all big enough, old enough to understand to make our own decisions. But I feel if we sit here and we complain about a gaming experience of a beta where there's people out there who want to play the game and don't care about the issues as much as they should have, that's a problem to me. Because there is issues in games, okay? Every Microsoft game has an issue. Back 4 Blood was a good game, by the way. Your bots actually work. They don't just stand around and get eaten or turn to zombies or die on run. They actually work. They actually do stuff. That's good. Now you need that. But, it's one game many that Microsoft releasing, and I hope a lot for that. But I will be pre-ordering 2042 eventually. When? I don't know. When I decide to pre-order it. But I think, it'll be a good game to play. It'll be fun. It'll be a good game to play a game like that on my PC to see how my monitor holds up to it. Yeah, it ran good on the monitor, I must admit. I didn't have a problem really. I thought a problem at all because my monitor only frames. Thought I had a problem with that, but that's pretty decent for me. But of course, running around was a hard thing to do. 'Cause, now you get those camper snipers that take you out every second. You gotta keep running around from them and keep finding you because they're hiding in the woods. And there's a lot of force on Orbital, a lot. But then again, though, still a good game. Even traveling on a vehicle can be dangerous. So you have to just deal with that. But I think that's something that we need to look at, and hopefully EA will fix the issues. And I know a lot more issues on the consoles than were on the PC side. What I've heard and been reading about, and I think that could be because the console version are just they're being stripped apart. You're cutting them in half. You're taking the PC part, slicing it down, and giving it to the consoles, and slicing that down to two different consoles: PS4, PS Pro, Xbox One X, Xbox S series, Xbox S, and the Xbox original, including PS4 original too as well. So you have different variations of that game. So if you're playing on older consoles, you might not want to play it at all. But then again, though, I played Battlefield 4 on the Xbox. On Xbox when I got downloaded from Gold, Games of Gold, it looked about the same as it would on the PS4. So but it is what it is, guys. I think it's just at the end of the night, it really is people's perception. Now, if you're gonna whine about a game, you're gonna whine about a game. Now, who am I to argue about people whining about a game? I think people are gonna whine about what they want to whine about. And Ackman has a lot of legitimate gripes, but sometimes you need to let things be. Let the cards fall as they should. Let the game fail if it fails. Let the company go out of business if they go out of business. At the end of the day, stressing about this or whatever doesn't really help anybody. I've learned that a long time ago. Once again, guys, Christ169. One more time. If you haven't subscribed already, do so. Down below, notification. While you're down there, ring a bell. Thumb up, thumb down. Leave a comment below. Xbox Live and Steam is Crisis169. Xbox and Steam, Crisis1691. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace out.